Well, hello everyone. How's everyone doing out there? We are live bringing you a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for a portion of Van Buren County. And then we're also watching another stronger storm just to the south of Scotland. I went ahead and decided to go live just because I want to give everybody a heads up on this particular storm. I want to make sure we're live, and I do believe we are. Um, so, no tornado warnings for our area. We're also watching another strong storm developing right around St. Joe. Um, we can see here's Pendle, here's Western Grove, St. Joe, Gilbert. So I think there's some heavy rain. I think there's even some small hail in the mix of this for St. Joe. But the biggest severe weather we've seen today is off to our northeast, but we're seeing development. That's what I said. I said where the development uh, is at would depend in terms of how the cap is, and also there was also dry air too. But what we can see is that storms are developing. They develop to our west for the most part. A lot of these did develop to the east, but there's just a couple that we got to watch, and this is one of them right here between Damascus to Formosa, Scotland, Morganton. I think there's very heavy rain in this. I think there's lightning, but I also think there's some small hail, especially as you get right around Damascus area. So if you know anybody in the Damascus area, you might want to give them a heads up. I think this is trending off towards the northeast. So if I'm giving anyone a heads up, it would be Goose Ferry, Heber Springs, Pearson, Quitman, Morganton. Those areas, they need to be watching this storm pretty close. Again, no tornado warning or anything like that. We're not even seeing any rotation. So nothing like the other night. But what we are seeing is a stronger storm with some hail. Obviously, not 2 to 3 inch hail like some of the models indicated. So that's really good news. Now, that could change because, given the environment, but I like what I'm seeing so far in terms of, kind of keeping the severe weather threat lower. So that's good news. So if we take a look, like I said, here's Scotland, here's Formosa, Morganton, Damascus. I think the strongest part of this storm just passed over Damascus. Here's Highway 65 right here. So I think it's between Damascus and Quitman, heading off towards Morganton. If we put the track into this, I do think Fairfield Bay is fixing to get some heavy rain. This is probably just going to go right to just the south of Clinton. I don't see anything that would indicate a severe thunderstorm warning should be issued for the Formosa, Scotland area. What I do see is, some hail potential for Damascus. This storm kind of tensed up a little bit, and now it's kind of decreased some, so that's really good news. So I think the hail threat with this does appear to be going down, and the reason for it is because it was more isolated in nature. You had two cells. You had one over here towards Jerusalem, Cleveland. That was pretty strong, and then you had another one just to the south of Damascus, and they've kind of merged together into one kind of big cell. And I think they're kind of fighting back and forth of who's going to get what energy. And so, long story short, it appears that both of them are on the weakening trend. So that's really good news. The atmosphere does support severe weather, and we think that's definitely going to continue over the next several hours, especially as you go towards northeast Arkansas. But I'm telling you, I really want to key in on this St. Joe storm, though, because I noticed that it's getting stronger up here. No severe thunderstorm warning at this time. There's not even a significant weather advisory for it, but I think that's fixing to change any second now because that's strong and that has just developed pretty quick. It started out towards Mount Judy, and now it's transitioned over towards the St. Joe area. Now, radar showing 2 inches with this. I don't know because given that, let's see, we're about 8,000 feet up from the radar beam. So we'll see what this is showing. According to our system, it's showing just a little over 1 inch hail. So you can see that 2 inch, and radar is estimating 2 inch hail with this, but I just don't think that's making it to the ground. What I do think, though, is over 1 inch. So I think we're going to see a severe thunderstorm warning coming pretty soon for the St. Joe area. Let's continue to track this. And like I said, overall, there hasn't been that much activity for Van Buren County or Searcy County. Had a few severe thunderstorm warnings in northern Searcy County, but Marshall's kind of stayed clear. Some heavy rain earlier, but for the most part, there's really been not much. This storm, I definitely think is weakening. I think the big focus now is on the St. Joe storm, and I think this is strong. I don't think it's putting down 2 inch hail, but I do think it is definitely developing pretty quick. If we look, it says the growth rate is moderate. So we're definitely seeing some growth with this storm because it didn't have hail at this point, and now it's got it. If we go to our hail tracker, ooh, I mean, that's strong. I would fully expect we are fixing to see a severe thunderstorm warning for the St. Joe area. And I would go ahead, we're going to go ahead and just give a heads up to anybody in the St. Joe area. You're fixing to get some hail. If you know anybody in St. Joe, Pendle, I think this misses you. Gilbert, I think this is going to go to your north, but I think anybody in St. Joe right here on Highway 65, if you're on Highway 65 and you're listening to me, I would take an eye on this storm. Again, no tornado threat or anything like that, but what we are seeing, yeah, see, there's no tornado threat with it, but we are seeing a hail core. There's definitely a defined hail core with it, and so I think it's very possible that this is putting down some hail towards the St. Joe area. If you've got confirmation of that, anybody that's in the St. Joe area that's watching me, go ahead and comment. Yeah, okay. This definitely needs to be severe warned. This is Yep, there it is. There's the new severe thunderstorm warning. So, as we were watching it, I was like, it's only a matter of time before they pull a severe thunderstorm warning. And sure enough, they just did. So, St. Joe, very strong storm. This is developing very fast. Like I said, the growth rate at a moderate here. We do see Gilbert. I think it's just going to go just to the north of you. You may still get some heavy rain, but Harriet, Big Flat, those areas, we're going to focus on this. I'm still watching this storm in southern Van Buren County, but I think in terms of intensity, I really think that this storm north of Gilbert is way stronger than the Van Buren County storm. So we're going to go back and forth between the different ones, but I really think if I'm keying on an area, it's going to be St. Joe, Gilbert, Harriet, Big Flat. I think this is a very strong storm. And if you know anybody in Harriet, Gilbert, I think this will go to the north of Gilbert, according to what I'm seeing. But I think Harriet needs to be watching this. Here's the county line right here. Big Flat needs to. 56. I think this misses you, but just gotta watch this. I'm telling you, this storm right here has almost exploded in the last few seconds. Watch. This is what it was. There was no hail with it at all. And now it could actually be producing close to 2-inch hail now, honestly. With what I'm seeing on radar, it makes me believe there could be right around 2-inch hail with this. According to our system now, showing 1.77 inches. So, just under that 2-inch mark, but I would not be surprised if we are experiencing some damaging hail towards St. Joe and the Gilbert area. We're going to continue to watch this. As we've got two severe thunderstorm warnings for both of our counties. We've got one here in Van Buren County and one here in Searcy County. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to switch to Max real quick. And I want to get a little bit of a closer shot on this Searcy County storm and give you some better locations that will be impacted. So I think it's just past Push and just to the south of Duff. St. Joe, I think it's past you now. If we zoom in more, we've got more area here. So County Road 29, if you know anybody that lives on County Road 29, up towards, let's see, what road is this? County Road 32. So County Road 29, County Road 32, County Road 420. This is headed directly towards you. Tomahawk right here. Let's put this into motion. I think this is headed right for Tomahawk. So again, no tornado threat with this. This is just a damaging hail threat. But I think the hail risk with this particular storm is increasing. And I definitely think it's possible that Tomahawk is fixing to see 2-inch hail headed for their direction. So let's continue to watch this. Here's Maumee. We've got several locations like Bruno, Rush. Rush needs to be watching the storm because I think is the direction that this is trending. This would be heading towards the Rush area. So let's go ahead and we're going to go right back to our Skyscan Doppler because it does a really good job at identifying the strongest part of the storm. And so I think it's between St. Joe and like I said, here's Tomahawk. I don't have it on this particular radar, but Tomahawk's up here. So I think anyone in Tomahawk, if you know them, give them a heads up, call them, send them this live stream, whatever you got to do, because I do think this is a strong storm, and I do think they're fixing to experience some hail damage. I hate to say that, but what I see on radar supports damaging hail risk with this particular storm. So I think Everything else seems to be kind of calming down for our area. Still, we've got that severe thunderstorm warning for the Morganton, Quitman area over towards Pearson, Heber Springs, Cruise Ferry. But still, I think that to me looks like it's right below severe limits. I know there's a severe thunderstorm warning, but I do think that this particular storm up here towards St. Joe is way stronger than the storm in southern Van Buren County. So we're going to continue to watch this. I'm going to take myself off for just a second. Um, so, like I said, we've got two severe thunderstorm warnings. We've got one in Van Buren County, one in Searcy County. We've got a significant weather advisory. I think that's fixing to be allowed to expire. It's going to be for the southwest portion of Van Buren County. And then you've got, like I said, I'm telling you, that's an extremely strong thunderstorm north of Marshall. I'm just telling you. If you know anybody in the Tomahawk area, they need to be vehicles need to be parked under something that the hail will not hit them, because I truly believe we're going to get some hail reports and hail damage in that area. All right, we're continuing to track this. And I tell you what, let's go back in on this particular storm just to the north of Gilbert. It's going to be just to the east of St. Joe. And I'm telling you, this has a nice, and I don't even want to use the word nice because obviously it's not nice, but I'm just saying, in terms of meteorology, when we look at this, this is a pretty strong hail core just to the north of Gilbert. So here's St. Joe. So it's going to be just to the east of St. Joe, heading towards Tomahawk. I can't stress this enough. It's going to be going on. I think it's going to miss Harriet. The strongest part, I think, will miss Harriet, and it's going to be between Harriet and Yellville, like this highway right here, which I believe that's Highway 14. Yeah, that's 14. So this is going to cross over 14. So if you know anybody that lives in the Marion Searcy County line right here, uh, in the intersection right near um, Highway 14, out towards Harriet, they need to be keeping a very close eye on this storm. Again, no tornado threat with it, so don't worry about that. This is specifically just a hail threat, and the hail threat is definitely there. It's definitely present. We can see that. So what? Well, hang on just a second. So what we can see on velocity scan is we see winds going towards the radar site and winds going away, but I don't see anything that would indicate to us a couplet. There are definitely some indications of some stronger winds with this, but I think what we're seeing is we're seeing strong updraft, and I think that makes sense because of the hail threat we're seeing. So here is the severe thunderstorm warning. It is off to the east. It's going to be moving to the northeast here. Big flat. I think this is going to miss you, but I think it's just going to go to your north. So let's go back to Van Buren County because I'm trying to multitask here to go both. Two different storms is what I'm trying to do because we got one in Searcy County, and then we got one in Van Buren County. I do think the Van Buren County storm, though, in my opinion, looks like heavy rain for the most part. Uh, I don't see much wind with this, maybe 15, 20 miles per hour. In terms of the hail threat, there's some small hail with it, but for the most part, this doesn't look all that strong. I fully anticipate they will probably cancel this severe thunderstorm warning. I really think that the main focus is this area north of Gilbert because this is a very strong thunderstorm. So we're continuing to watch this, and we're going to continue to track this. Just to the south of Clinton, though, maybe some small hail on Highway 65 just south of Clinton, just to the north of Formosa. I definitely think that's possible right there just south of Clinton. But we're going to continue to watch this. The good news is, according to what we're seeing on radar, earlier you could see how strong this hail core was. It was extremely strong right there. It does appear to be, kind of broadening out per se. But what I do see is I see there's still a hail risk with this, 100%. But I think it might be weakening just a little bit because it was extremely strong just to the north of Gilbert. And now, if we look, it's weakening. So that's good news. Radar's now showing 1-inch hail. So still, definitely going to remain severe thunderstorm warning. But I think that it's weakening And I think the Van Buren County storm, yeah, Van Buren County storm is definitely weakening. It's still significant weather advisory potential. So, 40, 50 mile an hour wind gust are possible. I don't see that on radar, but that's what the significant weather advisory is showing. And maybe, according to what we're seeing, maybe close to an inch of hail for portions of Van Buren County. And I think if you're looking for an area that would be experiencing the hail, it would be just to the south of Clinton and then off towards just to the north of Quitman. So, regardless, I think this storm, it's kind of, it's moving out of the area pretty quick. And I feel like the next update, they'll go ahead and cancel that severe thunderstorm warning. So, so far the biggest storms have been up here in northern Arkansas and continues to be that way, especially with this severe thunderstorm warning just to the north of Harriet. So anybody in Tomahawk, they need to be keeping a very close eye on this storm, especially given the hail threat with this. Now, for some reason, I don't have my live chat. I'm streaming through a different platform. We're streaming on YouTube and Facebook, but chat's not loading. So I need to find out chat here because I know we're getting chat. Yeah, we're getting chats coming in here. So that's a good point. Let's go ahead and move the camera. Actually, I've got it. Ooh, hang on. Hold on just a second, guys. Let's see where I've got this at. I was moving the camera earlier. Definitely getting a real good shot at this storm. Definitely getting a really good shot at this. Let's go. I tell you what, let's go to Marshall camera real fast. Give me 1 second, and we're gonna go there. Because it's got a really good shot of this storm. All right, so let's go there. Let's go to the Marshall camera. Look at that. That's a nice shot. That is looking off towards this particular severe storm that we're watching. So that is a live look in Marshall right now. And yeah, we can see that. Very strong storm here. Moving off to the northeast. Look at how fast the clouds are moving. I mean, that goes to show you there's some wind shear there, but yeah, I mean, just look at how fast these clouds are moving. Right here, the cloud base. Now, let's go back to Skyscan Doppler here because I don't want to take anything away from this storm. But according to what we're seeing on radar, it appears to be weakening. It does appear to be weakening for the hail threat. So that's really good news. And Van Buren County continues to weaken. So I expect we could see a severe thunderstorm warning getting canceled for Van Buren County. I still think they're going to keep it going for Van Buren County because I still think it's pretty strong, but I do think it's weaker than what we were seeing earlier. So that's great news, guys. That's really good news. And by the way, just throwing this out there, we are streaming on YouTube now. So, subscribe on your TV because you can pull this up on your big screen TV now. Look up Blizzard and Blaze Weather. You'll find our YouTube stream. So just letting everybody know that we are now live streaming on YouTube. So what I'm seeing, guys, is strong thunderstorm, severe, north of Marshall, moving off to the east, severe thunderstorm south of Clinton. But they're still keeping the severe thunderstorm warning, but I just personally feel like it does appear it's weakening. So that's really good news. I fully anticipate they'll probably cancel the severe thunderstorm warning for Van Buren County. I think they'll keep it going for Searcy County at least right now because it's still got a hail core. I mean, you could see that. It's elevated in nature. And we're looking at it about 8,000 feet up. So, whatever radar shows doesn't necessarily mean it's making it to the ground. But according to what I'm seeing here, even the National Weather Service is talking about that, said that the Cleburne County storm is split. And that's what you're seeing. You've got one cell over here towards Morganton, and then you've got one over here towards Pearson and Greers Ferry. And because of that split right there, it's likely that the storm that's on the left side is probably going to die out and all the energy is going to go to the right side. And if that happens, that's going to be out of our coverage area. But I still think both are struggling right now, really struggling. Really, there's not that much activity. The only activity we've got really in the state is up here towards like Corning, There's tornado warning up there. Severe thunderstorm warning up around Cherokee Village. And then severe thunderstorm warning up towards Melbourne. And then you've got this storm, which, wow, look at that, guys. That is really weakening fast. So this is what we had, right? This damaging hail all the way. But now look at it. It's falling apart. And that is really good news. That's really good news. This would not warrant a severe thunderstorm warning. No way. I could see them now canceling the severe thunderstorm warning and replacing with a significant weather advisory. This does not warrant a severe thunderstorm warning. None of this activity that we are now experiencing in Searcy County, Van Buren County, would warrant a severe thunderstorm warning. Just, I don't see it. So we're going to stay on it until these storms calm down or they cancel severe thunderstorm warnings. But what I do see is really good news, guys, and I'm very happy to see this. Very thankful to see this. Is the severe weather threat over? That's probably a question I'm going to get. Let's look at that too. So here is storm fuel, okay? And we can see that Harrison, it's over. You're done. Mountainburg, you're done. All of this area up here is done. We're done with it. I still think there's a severe weather threat, but we're going to need to see some development pretty quick because this cold front's moving in very fast. And what that's going to do is that's just going to kill your potential. So as of right now, there's still a threat for severe weather after this, but I truthfully think that this will probably be it. We got our initiation from the cold front, and now I think things are starting to die off. So, and I'll explain why here in just a second. So why are storms with an environment that's so fueled up like this? Why are storms dying out? Well, I'll show you. Give me just a second. Let me pull this up. Right here. This right here, my friends. So I told you about a cap, right? Well, that cap broke in a few locations, causing thunderstorms to rapid develop. However, the cap is still fairly strong. The cap appears to be strong over towards where this severe thunderstorm warning is. So what does that mean? Well, storms got into an environment that's capped off, and storms tried to rise, and when they did, they were limited. And I think that explains why we're seeing the decrease in intensity, because we've still got a cap. Plus, we've got dry air above us, and dry air is playing a huge factor in this. So this is good news, very good news. Now, you could look at this and say, well, the caps broke between Whit Springs and Denard. That's true. That's very true. But we're going to have to see some development pretty quick because that cold front's fixing to be here. And as soon as the cold front hits, which you will know quickly. And I don't mean cold front like everyone thinking major temperature difference, but like you could see 62-degree dew point in Russellville when it's 51-degree dew point in Fort Smith, 46 up here towards Fayetteville. So that's what I'm talking about. You'll know when that cold front moves through. Like, for instance, Harrison, 51 dew point. They're done with their severe weather risk. Us, we're still 61. So is there a chance we get more development? Yeah, I can't rule it out. So that's why I don't think you should let your guard down by any means. But I do think that in terms of the overall active severe thunderstorm warnings and severe activity that we're seeing across our area, it does appear to be decreasing and decreasing rapidly. So that's really good news. Skyscan Doppler, going to get another check on this real fast. So, there's still a strong storm just to the north of Harriet, and it's got some small hail with it. It doesn't have the 2-inch hail that it once had. This is now showing, let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's literally falling apart right here. I mean, I don't even show 1/2-inch hail with this according to what we're seeing on radar now. Like, that's a big difference. And I think this storm got going because it was more in a uncapped environment, and then it got back into a strong cap, and that cap has kind of just shut everything down. And the dry air, I think, has really hurt it too. So, guys, this storm, it's not even severe. I don't even know that it has hail anymore. If it does, it's got very small hail. So, if you know anybody in Harriet, Gilbert, St. Joe, you guys are good. It's over. It is over in terms of this active severe thunderstorm warning. They're going to go ahead and cancel this severe thunderstorm warning. And I'm pretty sure they're going to go ahead and cancel this severe thunderstorm warning for Van Buren County. I don't see much wind with this. Now, there is, there's some hail here right around Heber Springs. So, that's something to note. It's possible they cut Van Buren County completely out of the severe thunderstorm warning and extend it towards Concord, Ida, Primm, Jamestown. That's a possibility. We'll have to watch because according to this, it does have 1-inch hail, but, no. Well, our system's showing under 1 inch. So I don't even know that they would continue the severe thunderstorm warning truthfully with this. I don't know. I really don't know. It's just kind of a wait and see game. But Van Buren County, it's calm now. I mean, it's calm. The severe threat is over and I want to say that lightly. The severe weather threat with these two storms, Searcy County, Van Buren County, it's over. The threat's not over for this afternoon and evening, but it's coming to an end pretty quick. So thankfully, we've not seen a repeat of what was it, last week or 2 weeks ago? I think it was 2 weeks ago, actually. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, we're not seeing that again. But I will tell you, and I don't want to get ahead of the game too much, but there is a severe weather threat on Wednesday. And there are signals that look pretty concerning. But, that's Wednesday. That's, way out there. So, but I would not be surprised. I know there's already severe weather risk, so I can go ahead and talk about it. But Wednesday doesn't even look like in the same ballpark as what we've seen today. So, and I'm just telling you that because I just want you to be aware of that. I'm not trying to tell you that to scare you. I'm just telling you that the setup for Wednesday looks totally different than the setup that we got today. So, Wednesday definitely has potential on it for something pretty significant. But, again, we're what, 3 days out? So a lot can change. So just keep that in mind. All right. Yep. They went ahead. They're continuing severe thunderstorm warning for the Heber Springs area. And, I think that's a good idea. Concord, Ida, over towards Batesville, there's 1-inch hail with this, according to radar. Probably some gusty winds with this. But Van Buren County's done with this. They've canceled severe thunderstorm warning for Searcy County. It's over. And I feel like they're getting ready to cancel this severe thunderstorm warning for Van Buren County. Let's see when this expires. When does this expire? It needs to tell me. It actually looks like it may have. No, it's still going here. Expires in 12 minutes. They'll probably just let it ride out, honestly. I don't know that they'll actually cancel it. They may just let it ride out. So, but what I can tell you is that the severe weather threat for right now is completely done. Like, we are done with this. So, Searcy County, you're good. Van Buren County, you're good. I think we're good, guys. I don't think we'll have much problems the rest of the night. I don't want to jump ahead here, but I just feel like the worst is past us now. So, well, don't forget, just want to let you know, we are streaming on YouTube from now on. Look up the Blizzard and Blaze weather. I know there's people joining in from there. You can get it on your TV, your smart TV. So make sure you log in, subscribe. Just adding another way for people to watch. So, I debated whether to do Facebook, YouTube, and I've always just been on Facebook, but I feel like it's time to expand to YouTube. Plus, there was some people that was encouraging me to go to YouTube. So here we are. We're on YouTube now. So Blizzard and Blaze weather. Go subscribe to us. You'll see the live stream from today. So, well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream because there's not much more to talk about. So have a great rest of your afternoon, evening. I don't expect me having to go live again. Maybe some more heavy rain headed towards St. Joe. But, this is on the leading edge of that cold front. So, is this storm getting stronger again? I think it is. As it gets closer to Baxter, it's got hail again. So, see, storms are tensing up. Storms are decreasing. But, yeah, we're done. We're done. Van Buren County's good. Searcy County's good. Just some heavy rain out towards St. Joe. But again, I mean, there's still storm fuel here. There's still storm fuel, so I can't give the full all clear for both counties, but I feel like I'll be given the all clear pretty soon. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off the live stream. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, guys. Y'all have a